Hi guys, how we all doing? So today's stream is inspired by the monthly muse of this month, which is Blackmail Notes, and I thought I could use that as a way of showing the progressions feature in Novelcrafter, kind of like following the oh sorry, breathe, following how you can track like motives and who the killer is, etc., throughout. Oh, there's loads of you here today. Hi, SA, uh, Dylan, Plywood, Mitchell. I hope you're all doing well. If you're any of you are new to Novelcrafter, this week we released 5 videos, kind of covering the first steps when starting a novel in Novelcrafter. So you can also check those out. They're a little bit more digestible. These are kind of a little bit more free flowing. We're vibing, kind of getting general like tips and sharing things, but they're more unstructured. I think lives in general are. Oh, hi Jean Luc. Hope you're doing well. And I hope everyone can hear me. Okay. So yeah, my plan is to dive into the monthly muse, which is awesome this month, if I do say so myself. If you go onto the Novel Crafter page, I am also a newbie to Max. I'm not entirely sure how you get this like full screen, as in like so you can't see these guys. Like on a Windows, you just do FN like F11 and it puts them, but that doesn't do it for this. So if anyone knows how to make it like full screen, please let me know. Um, so if we go on to resources, the monthly muse, I can click on this issue here, which is the one we'll be going for, but you can also explore all issues and see all the past goodness in the museum. So I'm going to go on to Blackmail Notes and we'll look at the game in a sec. But we've got a little bit on whodunit fiction and progressing your codex details. So this is very much kind of how we're going to try things out. I don't know yet what the story will be. Hopefully the muse will inspire us, and yeah, we're gonna like, percolate on some ideas. I love that word, percolate. That's I got that from a YouTuber. You know, when you like hear words people say and it just like sticks in your mind. But the monthly muse game. So revenge plan. Find the blank. Reveal motive. Pick a method and wait for the reward. So we're going to go into this. I'll try a few and then see how they do when it comes out, what it looks like, and which inspires me to write a story. If there are any you particularly like, let me know. So, so who are you? So this is kind of like how you're related to the person. It's like, are you family? Are you a former lover, or are you like business? So I think I'm going to start with lover. The lover. Control Command F according to Google. Okay, so see that's still showing these guys. It's whereas I'm pretty sure on Windows when you full screen you can get rid of those as well. Oh hi Kyle, I'm glad you like the live streams. Okay, so we're gonna do justice, money, power, or revenge. Bonjour, guy. Um, let's go justice. And do we want to do a secret message, an email, or a text? I'm gonna go secret message to start with. So, the internet never forgets, and I have the server logs that prove it. Clear his name or prepare for the fallout. Okay, interesting. Let's try again. Let's go family, money this time, and an email. I know you've been skimming from the family trust for years. I've mirrored the transaction logs, put it all back, plus a 20% convenience fee for my silence. Okay, quite doing it for what I'm thinking. Okay, so colleague, power, text. You think you have everyone fooled, but I know you've been bankrupt for 6 months. Keep up the facade. It'll make the fall that much harder when I leak your financials to the press. Mm, the penalty for insider trading is 20 years. My price for silence is a 20% stake. You have 24 hours to make me a partner. Let's try family, revenge. At the anniversary dinner, I will propose a toast, and I'll tell everyone what you did to Aunt Carol. Enjoy your party. Okay, that could work. That might give me an idea. Oh, Joe, what drink are you having today? That's a contender. I like the idea of family, so I'm gonna stick with family and kind of blood is thicker than water, but money is thicker than blood. I know what's in the safe, the contents of my price for keeping the family secret from your investors. Mm, I don't know. You know, when you're like, I'm still need to get something. Um, that could work. Okay, so we've got a few ideas. Let's have a look through them. The internet forgets and I server logs that prove it clear as name or prepare for fallout. I know you've been skimming for the family trust, the bankruptcy, insider trading. Um, let's try one more. Okay, this could work. Let's copy this information. For full screen in Chrome, apparently the yeah, so that green button has just given me this. So not a full screen, like, if I am in full screen according to that. I was kind of hoping that there would be a better way. Let's have a little look. I'll just put placeholder, I think. This will be in Stream Novels. Okay, we've created our novel. I'm going to make a snippet with the blackmail note. Oh, and I've got to do Command V. Okay. And this is where I remember that I've not actually set up any of my things yet. New computer life, right? Luckily I can do that now. So open settings. Okay, just show like that. Just paste that. Really? That should be right. Ugh. Oh my god, why? Let me just sorry about this, guys. Um, can I not copy? Let me just create API key. Okay, that's fine. Maybe the other one would have been fine then. Maybe it was just yeah, no, it was fine. Okay. Ignore me. Um, yeah, Command Shift F. Okay, amazing. Thank you so much, SA. Right, let's get us thrown on the go. Command Shift F. I'm gonna write that down in my little I have a book of shortcuts. That's okay, Baba. Okay, Command Shift F. Full full screen. Is there anything you guys would like to know when we're doing this? Like any tips, anything with progressions that you are unsure about? Like, we want to try and answer your questions as well as having fun and, writing a bit of a story. So I'm going to add as context the blackmail note. Um, Please concept for me 10 stories that are of the thriller genre, involve a crime or murder, and are inspired by this blackmail note. Can you guys hear the music in the background? Um, I mean, and also, is Aspen like a real place? Um, okay, politicians cast. And this is the one about the photos the weekend in Aspen. So, oh, okay. I like the idea maybe of, although a little bit on the nose with the surnames. Um, I could work with that. That's interesting. Ooh. Okay, I like this friendship debt. I think this would be good because you could use progressions to see what um, different characters know. That could work. Um, Dylan's asking if anyone's tried Kimi K2. Um, Let us know if you have. No, I think I'm gonna go with this friendship debt. Let's um, some cliches in thrillers and some subversions of genre expectations. Fuzzy also says they prefer Mistral. Jean-Luc, what do you prefer? Or, what were your thoughts? He says, Jean-Luc says that it's well in chat. So, Terry, if you're using it on your phone, you will need to go onto your like a make a model collection. So it's not there automatically. Um, Once this message is done, I'll show you the how to do that. But you want to go onto prompts down here, and then um, just wait for this, prompts and then model collections, or add it manually to the prompt. Oh, Terry was asking about my prompt. Yeah, I'm just using I really like, Gemini Pro for when doing, like, fiction. Sorry, when doing, like, chat. Let me zoom in as well. Um, okay, let's look at these variations. Classic whodunit. Fuzzy says, "Not really preferred, just my prompts are more tuned with what Mistral needs in terms of instructions." Okay, interesting. Maybe need to give it a go. Okay. Oh, I like that. They, agree to meet in a remote off-grid hunting lodge. When they arrive, they find a blackmailer has been there. This uses, like, the locked room mystery, and then there were none. It's, like, almost a little bit horror-y. I kind of like that. Okay, so version 1 is like a horror vibe. Not so keen on variation 2. Um, eh, the Avengers stage. I think I'm still preferring the first one, even if it is going a bit horror-y, just because I think it's kind of yeah, it's a very yeah, Cabin in the Woods is so classic horror, but I kind of like that. Ooh, okay, so like the Avengers stage. I mean, I'm not sure if I would go for that for being the, like, psychological horror, okay. The Wrong Secret. I like the idea of the red herring. Okay. Okay, 1 from 5. Um, the blackmailer is someone, inspired by what I like in 1, 4, and 5 that are both have external and internal blackmailers, um, colour, tone, and have lots of, parts where characters don't know what each other know. Maybe we have all 4, as POV characters. So maybe it is an external one, and it's like the 4 point of view characters as they're all going around. We can have a think. What you doing, Dylan? Uh, what are you doing, Dylan? He's just going through my chaos. Okay. Screaming, I know what you did last summer. See, I don't watch horror, so um yeah. I feel like I need to like look this up. Which one's the one like I know what you did last summer? Um One moment. Lily, go to Dada. Go to Dada. Sam, can you call Dylan down? Yeah, that was surprisingly easy. Okay, let's have a look. Um, Alex, Ben, Chloe, and David. Oh my god, it's gone through the the alphabet for those names. Although they are not like huge AIism red flags. Okay. Okay, I like this. The external threat, that could work. Oh, okay, and there's an internal okay. More slasher but horror, but still fun. Okay. Um, okay, I think I like version one best. Um, let's go with this. Please write me some codex entries, starting with the characters involved. Use the following format: name, uh, aliases slash nicknames, description. Um, be succinct and give each character personality beyond stereotypes. Oh, are you back, D-Dog? Hi, baby. That didn't keep you distracted for long, did he? The dog returned and opened the door himself. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, of course they've gone for we can work out Alex Petrov. Alex. Wow, what a nickname. Do you really want to be eating that, darling? Vance seems to be a name that's coming up more. I don't know if that's like a an AIism that's kind of. So I'm going to go on extract codex entries. They are all character type, so I don't need to change the type. Um, let's at least give him a name that makes sense. Okay, he's eating something that's fine. Um, Benjamin Foster. I mean, I don't know these surnames. I mean, some of the surnames I know are. Um, um, but her logic points her in wrong directions, in the wrong because she does not know who it is. We're trying to avoid spoilers at this point. Like we want to really keep this. David Johnson. Eleanor Vine. Liam Vine. Okay. Okay, amazing. I'm gonna go save entries. Now let's concept three different versions of the night in Aspen where uh, Liam died. Okay, and then that's what's making me think, okay, because I've got these, I need to make sure I've got Liam as an alias, Eleanor's alias, Ben, Benjamin, Alex, Alexander. Okay. What have you guys been writing recently? Have you tried any new genres? Are you playing around with anything fun? I've not written in a while actually, like off stream. I need to. I say I need to. I want to get back into it. Okay, so this is more like a an accident. Um, so do we want to go for the drug deal or the accidental? I feel like just leaving him outside is like a bit. I don't know. Do we do? Yeah, like do we want to do something where it's like more them actually um doing stuff or um I like this idea though where they can all blame each other. So I think I might use this as my inspiration. Yeah. Command yeah, I'm okay. Just press the wrong thing because control F. I will change my open router key after this stream. Um okay, so we've got this. Let's go with version 3. Look into the story itself. Let's start. Oh, okay. So Dylan says, "Oh, he's hit the saggy middle, so I'm world building while I think of where to take my characters next." Yeah, middles of stories are really hard. Like getting the pacing and like keeping it engaging is I struggle with that a lot as well. Like, I think it's kind of they're the least fun bits to write sometimes. Maybe you need, like, to give yourself, like, a a major plot point for them to, like, reach towards in the middle, and then it's like, oh, everything's, like, pulled the rug out of their feet, and so it's like you've gotta give yourself something to be excited about for you writing, maybe? Oh, playing with themed flash fiction for YouTube stories, nice. Um, at how the story might, unfold, with brief one-sentence summaries of each chapter. Baba. Um, I want to look into the story itself. Let's start looking at how my dog just huffed because I refused to, give him a pet because I'm working, Baba. This is how you get all your free food. I know, I know. Okay, well, while Gemini is there, yeah, you could go to Dada and get free hugs and stroke all the strokes you want. I'm assuming these are each chapters. Okay, I like this. I mean, I say I like this. I've not looked at it at all, but I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna then go and so I extracted and went to chapters this time, and then I'm gonna go add to outline and create new act. Oh, you wanting to come up? Oh, you look so mournful at me. Oh, so Fuzzy Otter says, I think my main focus is on my horror story at the moment. Lots of body horror going on. Sometimes scared what the AI can come up with. Yeah. Sometimes it goes dark and you're like, oh wow, my writing partner today is on stuff. But that's exciting. What's your horror story about? And I'm using my left hand to. Okay. So I guess we've got to determine if we want um if we want to have all four characters in here see what their lives are like. I guess that kind of makes sense. Um, of anxiety for Ben. Ah, shattered one. Okay. I know, Baba. Mama's got to work though. Um. Okay. So we can work with this. Let's now go into. So we're going to go into some custom details. I think. So if we go on to settings, which is the cog icon, and we go custom details. If you want to learn about custom details, you can go to the documentation. But we're going to create a new detail. Um, let's add in some to start with. We'll go with some pronouns, a voice sheet. Um, let's not have story roll for now. I'm going to go for let's have text field. I want this to be something like what they know. And this is can be both about the night in question and also like in general with the story. And this can be a text field so that we can do codex progressions. For AI, I'll say include in all AI contexts. That's fine. It will only be characters. So, what other details do I want? I think that will work for now. Let's keep it at that. So I'm going to go down, add all missing details. I don't need to worry about the pronouns of voice sheet at this point. We want to stick with what they know. So I'm going to pin Night at the Chalet, and I'm going to pin it to the right hand side just so we can see it a bit better. I'll just on that. Um, So we know things that we know that oh, okay, 1 minute. Pen, 'cause I'm zoomed in. So we'll have David up. We know that David is um so David has gambling debts. So they know that sorry, David knows he has gambling debts. Um, Marriage in ruin, um, keeping everything positive on social media. These are things we know that I guess the others don't know. Is no, that's a bin. Why don't you sit down, darling? Um, ooh, so Fuzzy says that they're writing in the horror a apocalyptic black rain, mutating people in it. Think Cronenberg. 10 years later, we go full survival mood. Some mutation descriptions were gnarly, and human interactions aren't much better. Nice. I love a bit of like grey character vibes. Like no one is fully good, and unfortunately, a lot of people are less than not fully good. And so, fiction needs to imitate life, all that jazz. Okay. Um, I'm gonna say he had debts to Liam that he hadn't disclosed to others, and that he stole money from Liam when helping hide the money. The money, the body, from Liam's corpse. Okay, so they're David's secrets at the beginning of the story. Um, okay, Chloe, what does she know that others don't? At this point, maybe nothing. We'll leave it there. Um, I'm gonna say, they have been, um, keeping tabs on, local, news, stories related to the death, etc., almost religiously, and uh, have a book. uh, How do you book with counter arguments for any potential prosecution? They've been like paranoid. Um, um, Maybe Benjamin drink. Okay. Um, I mean, this isn't exactly what he knows, but um, only has had shallow ships. Maybe like a secrets and a what they know kind of vibe. I guess maybe like secrets would be more what this is. So I'm going to rename it in a moment. Um, so let's go back into our custom details, and I'm going to change this to secrets. And then we'll probably then also have a text of discoveries, let's call it. So it might be that we also have so this night at the chalet. Um, so let's one sec, I'm gonna copy all of this into secrets or discoveries rather. Um, and then I'm gonna go um, so let's go David, and we'll get rid of this because I don't know. David accused Liam of short trading them on a drug deal. The argument is heated, shouting from everyone. Feeling cornered. Liam near the balcony railing, loses footing, falls over. The four are left. Are left. The four are left in shock. Um, they all are responsible. None of them are. Let's get rid of that. They destroy the phone, wipe the shy, and leave. Um, do they like maybe try and not? I just put this actually in research. Um, so discoveries. So this might be like as things go on. So we're going to close this. And now we're going to start going through the chapters and work out, okay, well, where do we need to have these progressions? I'm going to go into the right interface. And if I go on format, I want to have stacked. Have I hidden my scene summaries for myself? I've probably done something wrong. Um, whatever, we'll do it on him. I'll add in. Okay, so we don't need to add any secrets at this point. I'm gonna go into the outline so we can read everything nice and vertical. Okay, so we know here. Uh, we want a. So I did forward slash codex progression. We want to add this to David, and we want to do this to secrets, I guess. David decides to use this as a way to extort money he needs. Okay. I think we probably also would have David is drowning in debt and has been given an ultimatum to get money be um, or else. Um, we're just playing around with this. I'm just put they lay out a plan. So I think some of these I'm like, okay, well, let's get rid of this. Um, yes, delete. Okay, well, some of this I'm like, okay, well, this is like, these weren't scenes that I particularly cared for. So Um, some of this, okay, I'm like automatically, I'm like, okay, this is not a great um summary. So I'm actually gonna go in and be like, okay, this is a start, but um you have people being suspicious of the correct ones too soon. These also don't feel enough to be a full scene, even if we are staying brief. Let's not have any chapters from Eleanor's point of view either. So, like, I mean, normally with this, I would want to like be really going through and checking things, but because we're just trying to get a story sorted, um, yeah, time limitations, eh? You'll see it's now pulling information from our codex about like the contingency file, um, um, the phone numbers for friends he has long since avoided. Okay, I like this actually, so I prefer that. Let's go move it to the top. I'm gonna go, is just another thing to hit him when he's down. Let me minimize the codex so we've got a bit more room as well. So I'm kind of jumping between the write interface and the plan interface at the moment. Um, um, so let's just go for examples. We're going to keep this as examples. We're going through, like, I'm having to remind myself this is not about the actual story. We're not writing this. This is like literally an example. So let's just put them in. Um, Alex Alex embraces Ben's contact, um, arranges a group meet. Um, she initially ignores Ben's contact. Uh, he gets a call from an unknown number and ignores it. Afraid it's another debtor, I guess. Um, yeah, it doesn't seem pretty sure by the end of the stream you'll want to finish it. Yeah. Oh, almost certainly. And I'll be like, oh, this is another of my many. I have so many novels that I want to finish, but I've not. So it's inevitable, you know. Um, I like this. Um, put that there. Um, so we might then okay, so we've now got um David, if we go into this, we have another um codex progression. We want to go on to David secrets. He doesn't want, uh, he decides to try and steal the money from his friends. Um, Jail for the murder is better than getting killed by a loan shark. Let's go with that. I feel like we need some kind of like maybe other secrets going on. Maybe if we have progression here, Chloe secret. We learn Chloe is having an affair with a prosecution witness um, to a case. She's on a former detective. Um, I want to oh my god. Um, I wonder who that detective is. Um, so let's then go back into the plan and look in the matrix view. So the reason I'm kind of doing this is that I want to have scenes where you can see here, like David, we're starting to see so any scenes that have them as the point of view. Um, any scene that they're mentioned comes up. But we also see these codex progressions. So it means we can see the secrets as they're coming in. We can see any written like description. You can also update. And we can kind of like start tracking these throughout the story. So it might be that we go into the grid mode and let's start looking at like point of view. So set custom point of view, third person, uh, David, Chloe, and Alex. So then now if we go onto the actions menu and set custom point of view, we already have Ben here. So it just saves us a little extra effort, which I love. Um, so we started adding in these like custom point of views. Um, see this immediately, it's like spoilers. I'm like, okay, well, let's just get rid of anything that I think is like a bit. Um, actually, so I like that. If so I'm like, oh, okay, well, let's go back and scene summary. I'm going to restore that. Obviously, we don't want it from Eleanor's point of view, but I could just go on to Ben. A second image is shown, um, which has um, a photo of Alex and Liam in the same image. We'll just do that. So it's kind of like, oh, they see the crime. They know this is there. Um, dancing at a party a few nights prior to the um, incident. So it might be then here actually. So rather than in the codex progressions, rather than having this attached to a character, we have this. Um, Dylan, that is exactly what I was thinking when I said that. A way of getting closer to her. Yeah, that is exactly where I was going with that. So I'm glad you spotted it. So the night at the chalet, and then we're going to go into discoveries, and then maybe Liam and Alex knew each other prior to the night at the chalet, and had had both dealings, the drug kind, and dealings, the sex kind, with one another. Um, there is a clear connection. There is a provable well, connection now. And so we might then also be like, okay, well, add as a progression. Um, let's have, okay, so we're going to make a new, yep, great minds. So we're going to make a new codex detail, custom detail. And we're going to have this as text as again, so that we can do the progressions. And we're going to have this as claims. Um, we'll just have it for characters, text. Okay. So we're going to have Alex as a claim. His claim is initially that um, he had never seen Liam before that night, or before the night at the chalet. Maybe someone else procures the drugs. So then we're going to go into Alexander's. Instead of description, we're going to go claims. And this time we're going to go replace, not add. So we're going to have it as Liam or Alex admits that um, he had known Liam prior, um, but had been hiding his sexuality from uh, from people he knew. Um, maybe at this point he is very open with it, but like he was in the closet at the time. Um, it doesn't look great for them. We'll go for that. That's like the first like additional connection. Um, and these are great. So progressions are great because if we go into a scene beat and we edit it and we go into preview, um, let me just have Alex says. Um, if we go down to our codex entries, we can see now claims. Alex admits that he had known Liam prior, but if we close this and move the scene beat prior to the admission, to the progression, and we go back into our preview, we can see there he has never seen Liam before the night at the chalet. So with progressions, having them as a replacement means that before we get the admission, we don't know. It's not going to spoil anything with the AI. And I think that's a really good thing to keep in mind when doing these. Okay, it is on the hour. Does anyone have any questions before we finish off? Let me let me know. Um, yeah, I guess it's hard. I was just changing my API. Oh, you're very welcome, Dylan. I am glad you enjoyed it, and yeah, we're just gonna chill. I hope you enjoyed the videos as well. If there are any topics that you want to request for a video or further streams on, I'm looking for stream ideas always. I really enjoyed writing this, like concepting this story with you all, and yeah, absolutely not going to be on my to write list now. Well, yeah, okay, no questions, so I will see you all soon, maybe on Wednesday, maybe Saturday. We'll see. Bye for now.